we're not going to make any progress with that. But if we both can say, let's go to the law, let's use the law as our mediator here, then I think that takes away that piranha mentality from everyone.
Yeah. Or are you gonna?
Yeah, go ahead and read that.
Matthew 10:6. Yeah.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16.
Yeah, God. 16, my apologies.
Good. Behold, I send you forth as sheep
So this is what Christ was saying to the Jews. He was going to send us as sheep, right? Read.
in the midst of wolves.
In the midst of what?
In the midst of wolves.
Like you said, our own people will backstab us. We better let them borrow money. They won't pay it back. And then we got to keep our eye out on these other races. That's not one of the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Go ahead.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents
Why is this a serpent and what?
and harmless as doves.
Now that we know that we're in this type of condition, this is type of quote unquote warfare that we're in, we got to move with wisdom. We got to move cunningly, right? So we don't put ourselves in an unnecessary position that we could avoid. Hey, go ahead, Art. Oh, you want to say something?
Oh, no, you agree.
Well, wouldn't certain things be unavoidable? All right. Now, I want to ask you guys this, because when it comes to women now, this affects how you view women,
Right.
right? Now, me, I'm a brother, but I don't discriminate, my brother. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a few things on the checklist, you know what I'm saying, they meet, you know what I mean?
That she took.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say that, but like, bro, look, there's beautiful women in all shapes and sizes, bro. The aspect of women beauty is often, would you say, like a personal thing, or it could be social, you know what I mean, however you view it. For me, I seen beautiful Black women, Asian, Latin, white, you know what I'm saying? How does that affect you all as men? Now, you keep your principles with you. Now, could you not date a woman outside of the 12 tribes?
Well,
As a man, though, like, you might be like, man, I know she
Asian persuasion.
You know what I'm saying? She don't believe it. She don't know what's going on. She might not be, on the same page as you.
Yeah.
But she might just like your vibe, just like your aura.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do you say, you know what? I cannot be with you because you do not know and you're not a part of the tribe. Do you set up those barriers and be like, I can't mess with you? Or do you still take this step to get to know a person?
Well, before we answer, I want to say that's a beautiful question.
Yeah.
That's an excellent question, because even with Solomon, right? Solomon, he had wives of the other nations.
Right.
But even in that context, he had the beautiful white woman, the beautiful Asian persuasions.
Yeah.
He had them. But his fall was not because he had those multiple women, it's because those women that he was dealing with had them follow after another god.
Okay.
So when you marry a woman of your tribe that follows the same God that you follow, you guys can be aligned. But if let's say you're following Christ, but then, they want to follow Buddha, right?
Okay.
That's going to be a conflict in the household.
Well, most Buddhists, they're more open to whoever believes in whatever. So if you
You need an example.
I know, but I'm using it.
I see what you're saying.
She might just accept you for you, not accept her for her.
I don't believe that's what the Bible talks about, being equally yoked. And it says, can two walk together lest they be agreed. Yeah. So it's like, eventually we're going to run into some problems. Now, I want to answer your question. That was a loaded question.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was an excellent question. I want to read this because we see this happening in the scriptures. This is Judges chapter 14 and verse 3.
Yeah, go ahead.
And just to give you kind of context, this is Samson. Right? Samson is an Israelite.
Right.
He sees a Philistine. And he tells his parents, like, yo, I want to marry that. Put it in context, that's like saying he want to go marry Becky.
The white woman.
Right, the white woman.
devil.
Right?
That's what they called her, right?
Right, yeah. He want to marry a snow bunny. And now look at the response that his family said, right? Judges 14 and 3 in the NLT, it says, his father and mother objected. Mm-hmm. Isn't there even one woman in our tribe or among all the Israelites you could marry? They asked, why must you go to the pagan Philistines to find a wife? And look what Samson said. But Samson told his father, get her for me. She looks good to me. You see what I'm saying? Because she look good, I'm going to just dismiss my culture.
Right.
I remember Dr. Umar said something powerful. It was like, when you marry out these nations, when you're married to a woman, you're marrying that nation.
Right.
That means you are now being a, say it again?
Partake.
You partake and you are now, you put all your resources, all your strength into that nation. Yeah. It doesn't go back to us.
Right.
All that strength that you put it in her nation, her family. Her family gets the benefit of your wealth. And that's why I think it's more important to put it into your family. Now, to answer your question,
Yeah.
yes, brother, I would say go for the woman of your tribe.
Right.
Right? Go for another beautiful Jamaican sister.
Because there's so many flavors.
But that's okay. Well, we're in America. It's a melting pot, and you can have plenty of opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
You can mix, or you could be introduced to cultures you never even knew or came across before. So for a person like us, you know what I'm saying, which we're kind of, if you're looking at it in a nationwide thing, we're kind of exotic compared to the other, you know what I'm saying, men on the spectrum. And a lot of women do desire. I wouldn't even know if it's a real relationship or lust.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe a little bit of with black men. So if a beautiful, when I mean Coca-Cola shape, blue eye, blonde hair, she got a little seasoning on her now. She ain't
A little jerk sauce.
a little Jersey pills. Yeah. She bad. She bad. You agree? She bad. She's not knowledgeable in the truth, but she said, you know what? There's something about you got, and I want to get to know you.
Well,
Do you just say to her, no, I can't. You're evil.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna walk up to her. I'm gonna look in them blue eyes, them ocean blue eyes. I might bite my lip, and I'm gonna say, "You're the devil the Bible speaks." That's what I'm gonna do.
Yo,
The devil the Bible speaks.
he real. That's real talk. That's real talk.
Why, bro? Why would you got that? You wouldn't hear it, man. Hold on. Let you talk,
I
right?
want to say something.
So
I've seen situations. It was a black man and a black woman, and the woman that he was dating completely accused him of doing something that he didn't do. And when the cops come, and that white girl was screaming and crying, and they say, "What's going on here?" Who are they gonna look to first as the threat in the situation? The man.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna say, "What happened, bro? Well, what's going on? Why is she crying?" There's a story a long time ago where it was a dude he had a white girl, and then the white girl ended up killing him.
Oh, she stabbed him. I heard about
stabbed him, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But you gotta understand, let me be honest with you, man. When it comes to abusive relationships, the warning signs are always there. Sometimes they've been having little fights or issues going on. We gotta look at tapping a little bit. So they have issues going on, and then a big situation will happen where someone gets seriously hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Most abusive relationships are reoccurring.
That's true.
And then it builds up to that momentum where something real dangerous happened. The police gotta get involved, or whatever, the law gotta get involved. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I believe in that situation, they've been having fights like that.
Okay.
She took it to a level where she probably didn't mean to kill him, but she wanted him to feel pain, for sure, because she stabbed him.
Absolutely.
That's close and personal.
Absolutely.
He ends up dying, but there was a phone call with her on the police, on fire rescue, whoever, to come and help him. And he was telling her, like, I'm slipping, I'm dying. I don't know if you heard the phone call.
I think did we go over? I believe we got that report.
Yeah, I'm dying. So I wouldn't just look at that situation and be like, oh my gosh, if you wasn't with her, this would never happen. Because there's plenty of situations where they say,
as well.
yeah,
I agree
within our own community.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
And the man will either hurt the woman, and he's getting locked up for it, or she will hurt him, and she'll get locked up for it.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So abusive relationships can go on no matter what race or what, even gender. You know what I'm saying? You can stress that out, but we don't really take those scenarios serious, but it can happen. So, what were you gonna say about your opinion on it?
Oh, that's an excellent. I was just saying that's an excellent response to that. I think main thing though, I would just like we read in Judges 14. The same beautiful woman that you see that's that white girl, I promise you, you can find one in the 12 tribes as well. Facts. I promise you, even better. You can find a Latino woman.
I think, but that's the thing. We're talking about physical features. You got to go and look at a person on the inside, because there's some women, you know what I'm saying, that want to go in that go yard bad. You know what I'm saying? They want you to spend that cash.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right,
saying? You could be a scammer, you could be
Right.
whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And that's our own community, you know what I'm saying?
But then again, brothers, my apologies,
Go ahead.
right? Who's the one that allows our women to propagate these things? It's us. If there wouldn't be hoes, 304s, if it wasn't for a black man that loved 304s.
But this, hold on.
You know, hold on. Let me cook, brother.
Okay.
If we didn't accept that and made that like something to be sought after, our woman would emulate that and try to be that. Because it's in a woman to follow the lead of a man, right? If we shut down and we say, you know, as blacks, Latinos, and Native American men, we're not dealing with that. You gotta cover up. You gotta be sweet. You gotta speak sweet. The woman gonna emulate that.
She's still gonna do her own.
She gonna emulate, brother. She gonna emulate
This
that.
generation. Okay.
She gonna emulate it. You know how we know?
How we know?
Because we have our women that's doing that in a congregation. We're watching Hebrew Israelite women.
Yeah.
Their men don't even have to hit them over the side of their head to correct them.
Okay.
A man, you just got to give them a look. They're already correcting themselves.
Okay.
We're watching it come to pass. Now, when it comes to looking for these features, blue eyes, long hair, fair skin, etc., you have that amongst the Argentinian women, the Mexican woman, the Puerto Rican woman, Bolivian, Brazilians. A lot of brothers going to Sosa, Dominican Republic, them Dominicans over there. We have those qualities. Ghana, Nigeria, Benin. We have all people that's over there that have these features. So we don't even have to go to these other women. The Lord gave us all these slavers.
I get you.
Yeah.
But that's physical features. We could talk about the inside of a person,
Right.
right? Because looks are deceiving, right? They could be from all those parts you name, all those areas you name, and still be a toxic person, can still be a bad person. So would the word have to be more involved than the physical feature?
Right.
You can meet that white, blonde haired, blue eyed, whatever, and she may touch you different emotionally than your own woman or the woman in your tribe. She may challenge you in a way that make you want to better yourself than a woman in your tribe. It all depends on, I feel like it really comes down to the inside of a person, because just like how you don't accept following your own family culture that they put on you in the belief system, you reject it and go your own way. There's a woman, same features, may say, you know what, I don't agree with my family. I agree with what you're going on, what you are promoting, or not promoting, but what you're teaching. I want to go under your teachings, and she's not physically in line with the tribe.
So let me ask you a question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If there's a white girl that believes inside in her heart everything that you believe as well, and there's a black woman that believes everything that you believe as well inside of her heart, who are you picking?
What do you mean, like,
Like your point is, if they're internally following, say that they want to follow after the God that you serve,
Right.
their spirit is aligned with what you want to follow as well, and there's a white girl that has that mentality that wants to follow you as well, and there's a black woman that has a mentality that wants to follow you as well. Who are you picking?
Shit, I mean, me personally, why can't I have both?
Hey, get Ezra 914.
Brother said, can you have more than one wife? And your belief system, can you have more than one wife?
We're gonna answer that. Let's get the whole thing.
This year,
We won't deal with that. And the answer for the viewers is they're the devil. That's why we don't do it.
Okay.
Ezra 9:14. Not.
The book of Ezra, chapter 9.
Speak up, Mapusha.
The book of Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 14.
Yeah.
Should we again break thy commandments?
Because, for those that read the Bible, that study the scriptures, right? During the time of Ezra and Nehemiah, this was one of the biggest issues that they were having. Us intermarrying with other races of people. And Ezra is giving a comment to the people, right? Read it again.
8 and 16.
Should we again break thy commandments?
Because dealing with these other people is against the laws of God. It's against the Lord. And we got to make sure our feelings, on Joseph's side, we got to make sure our feelings and our thoughts align with him. Right? Go ahead and finish that. I got you.
And join in affinity.
Joining what?
Join in affinity.
That ebony and ivory love, right? Read.
With the people of these abominations.
With the what?
With the people of these abominations. Wouldst not thou be angry with us?
Wouldst not God be angry with us until what?
Till thou hast consumed us?
Until God has completely wiped us out. This is the outlook of our ancestors regarding this topic.
But weren't they talking about tribal and not racial? Because you could be in the same tribe and have a different complexion.
Well, it's not about skin tone,
Okay,
right?
all right. Belief system, right?
So it's not even about belief system, it's about being from a different racial ethnic group. So Ezra, the Jews, He's correcting the Jews that were dealing with interracial marriage. That's what he's dealing with. So they're not two different sects of Jews.
Right.
It's an Israelite, or let's say a Haitian man trying to get with a Scottish white woman. And he's correcting that. Like, yo, what are you doing? This is against what the Father subscribed for us to do.
It was serious. There's stories, when you read the book of Numbers 25, it talks about how Phineas, they told him, like, stop marrying.
Mighty Haitian brother.
Right. They told him stop marrying into, I think it was the Moabites at the time. And
Midianites.
The Midianites.
Right.
And God said, if you guys keep dealing with them, a plague is going to come upon you. It was so serious that Phineas took a javelin. It was an Israelite and a Midianite, shacking up together. And he went in there and took a javelin and stabbed them both. Right. Make it look like a shish kebab, right? That's how serious it is when God talks about marrying outside of our nation, where it's like that marrying within your culture. We see that in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you a question though. To go back to the first point,
Ask me, yeah.
would you go for the what? If you say you'll take both,
Yeah, because you said, I want
just answer that.
this depends on, all right, if I'm going under your belief system, right? Can I have more than one wife?
so we're gonna answer that.
Yes,
Double
because
forward.
depending on that answer will depend on my answer. Because if I'm going under your belief system and you say they both want to follow and they both want your teachings, why not take them both in?
I got you, but that's the ideal concept of if they both want to follow. She could want to follow all she wants. That doesn't take away from the commandment that tells us we can't marry her. So it's not predicated off what she wants. It's predicated off our alignment with what God commanded us to do and what not to do.
Right.
So let me ask you the question now.
Okay.
If you had an opportunity for one wedding for those two wives, the white woman and the black woman,
Okay.
who are you doing the wedding first for?
What do you mean? I can only have one wedding?
No, I got you.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, if you have the opportunity to only do one wedding,
Right.
and you choose these two women, the white and the black woman, who are you doing a wedding for first?
See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. All right.
Ah.
No, because I don't want to get married. I wouldn't want to get married. I was just like,
In
the ideal scenario,
yes.
I couldn't base it off of race.
And I'm not
I
basing
need
it off-
more.
Is
I
it-
need more.
I'm
You're
not-
telling me they're both the same. They're just different skin tones. I need more. To marry a woman, you gotta give me more. Give me more sauce.
More sauce.
They
on-
cook. Which one? One cook jerk chicken. One cook Alfredo.
One
What?
cook don't know how to cook at all.
Don't
That's
know how to
what I-
cook potato salad with the raisins.
She use the potato salad raisin casserole, and you got the black woman that can cook
That's
every
it. Come on,
dish
bro.
that you
Come
want.
on now, bro.
Come on.
I'm gonna go hungry, bro. You tripping, bro. You tripping, bro. If you put that on the line, I want food, bro. I want cooked food. Yeah, we press from the top about everybody. But look, we gotta pick this up again, bro. We're gonna have to do this again. We already been in over an hour.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
So wait. So you guys are believing Dr. Umar as well?
No, just certain.
I just quoted him.
I don't know. I know he thought it was.
Certain tenets that he teaches, I believe in, but he completely. I think he spoke on the Hebrews before. He doesn't believe that the African Americans are actually Jews. He believes that. He says that his ethnicity goes back to Frederick Douglass. So when you talk about Africans, like a completely different.
It's two different.
Pan African. Yeah, that we don't. Yeah.
So you're not Pan-African?
No, we're not Pan African.
Okay.
Absolutely not. And I wanted to clarify.
But
Go ahead.
I was the one to ask. Well, so African culture. Yeah. But it's like we're pressed for time too. But I'm not gonna hold you guys too much. I probably ask you after the show and then we get back into it. But what you want to say before we?
Oh no, there
take
you go.
off?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. No, because you guys are Haitian, you two,
Yes, sir.
and Haiti has such a strong Black Afrocentric history when it comes to the revolution. And what I wanted to say was, what belief system were the Haitian under when they fought in the revolution war and won? What belief system? Because they didn't have the same belief system that you have right now, but they were able to triumph in a time period where no one else could even envision that, right?
Well,
They had different spiritual beliefs. So would you discredit their spiritual beliefs that they had at that time, which I believe was voodoo at that time? Would you discredit voodoo having power?
Well, it depends.
As an Asian, no. I'm asking you as an Asian.
I'm answering.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at the left-hand side in witchcraft, right, even with Samuel, during the time of Samuel, the witch was able to call Samuel's spirit back. So we know there's power on the left-hand side. That doesn't mean that's of the Most High God, right? When you look at the so-called Haitians, the Bible prophesies the 1804 revolution in the scriptures. So it wasn't about witchcraft or anything that they did. Because if it was about witchcraft, how come witchcraft didn't save them after the hurricane? or the earthquake or in poverty right now. There's no power in that. So it had to be the Father extending mercy onto the so-called Haitians, which is the tribe of Levi. Now, during that time, a lot of Haitians, they practice a lot of religions from Senegal, Togo, Benin, and Congo. A lot of witchcraft. And you have certain leaders like Jean-Jacques Dessalines who practice Catholicism. So you had that difference between voodooism and Catholicism amongst the so-called Haitians and et cetera. But there's no real power in that because what is he doing right now?
Right.
Okay.
That's an excellent point. And I would just add, I don't want to miss the opportunity to answer the question. Biblically, we do believe that a man can have multiple wives. Now, how you go about it, you want to do it in a way where it is in order, right? You don't want to just sleep with a bunch of women and think that you can't, you know, that
You don't want to go out like Solomon.
you don't want to go out like so. But I'm saying the multiple wives has to be of your nation. Solomon went out not because he had multiple wives, but the wives was from other nations, and those other nations' women set
Stumbling block.
there was a stumbling block because he started following after their gods that they were following. So we believe in the biblical understanding of multiple wives. That's permissible, right? So you just have to be, do it in wisdom.
All right, man, I appreciate you guys pulling up, man. I
appreciate you,
yo. And I definitely enjoyed this conversation. I learned a lot, not just about the whole movement that you